Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Glad you're here today. And today I'm going to look at an item that I had mentioned in previous video and just forgot completely to say about. And it is these incense burners with crystals on them. So let's take a look at these, okay? I find a stone and take it home and polish it and hope it shines, and also there's a chicken. Hey everyone, this is Clayton, and like I said, these are the incense crystal holder incense burners that I was talking about. Okay, let me set this off to the side and we'll get to this. This is me dropping my stuff. Okay, this is the incense burner, and there's the crystal. And these are, I mean, it's an incense burner. It's pretty simple, and I can't get the incense out. Okay, the incense fits in a hole, and there you go. It's, you line it up with the thing, and there's your holder. And these, this wood, okay, the crystals, I use whatever I have, or whatever somebody wants. If they want any certain type of crystal like quartz, this is a piece of amethyst here. All right, and the wood, I get this was, I don't know what you call it, free range wood or reclaimed wood, because we have a lot of trees around here, and this is white cedar. Okay, this is white cedar, and I'll get the dead branches off the white cedar and then carve them down into the incense holders. And actually, I sign and mark each one as what it is. And well, that's it. And then each one of these incense holders, I sell them as a package. Okay, this is the holder for the incense, the burner for the incense, and this is the incense holder. Okay, get a nice little look at this. This is, oh crap, I can't think what stuff's called. Fir. It's fir wood. And so far, all of these holders are made from reclaimed wood. So I will get used fir boards. I like to use fir because when you oil it, this is the color that it gets. It gets that very sort of oldish, antique-ish look. And this is fir, and the feet I use Palomino wood. And those are reclaimed wood also. Yeah, there's enough wood laying around that I don't need to go buy new stuff to make these. Okay, and the way these work is here's the lid. Okay, here's this thing. You push the lid over like that, and it allows you to lift the lid out. And I fit these lids to each one as tight as I can get them. Sometimes there's a little bit of warpage, but that lid, it pretty much locks in place. And then each one of these is also, I sign my name on it just because. I don't oil the inside because oh, I wish you could. I'm holding up the microphone, and I know you can't smell it, but it has that faint cedar-like smell like fir wood does. And I put that on the ends. Don't put any of the oil on the inside. And then the incense goes right in there, and it locks, so that even if this falls down, your incense isn't. This lid's not going to go flying off. You'd really have to put some heavy whoop onto this for that lid to fly off. And then your incense burner has a beautiful stand to set on. Sorry about the angle, but if you're looking at it from the side, here's what you got. And well, let's take a look at the wood. This is white cedar. We have a lot of white cedar trees. Actually, it's a cool story. There was a lake close here that they were making back in the early 70s. And there was a nursery in the area that was going to be flooded out when the dam went in and the lake was built. And they put out in the newspaper, you know, come on over and dig out any trees you want because they're going to be submerged under the lake. So we went over and we were able to get close to 100. I mean, we had 3 pickups and a couple of old cars, and we dug out these American white cedar trees. You know, there weren't as many people as I thought would be there, because they had all kinds of shrubs, trees, etc. And we dug out around 100 American white cedar trees and brought back and planted them all over the property. And that was 50 years ago. Yeah, at least. Yeah, around 50 years ago. So there's a lot of dead branches on that cedar, and I go cut them off, trim them down, and I used mostly hand tools. I will split some of these on a bandsaw, but then any finishing I will do it by hand. I have some hand tools. I have lots of hand tools, actually. Here's one. And these are the ones I have left over to go to the next show. I'm going to have to make some more. This is sycamore maple. We have a lot of sycamore trees around here, and they drop limbs off pretty darn easy. And if you catch them before they seem to decompose rather quickly, but if you catch them when they're just falling off the tree, they're very sturdy. And this has a piece of tiger's eye on it. You know, and I like to keep that natural shape and just flatten out as much as, just enough that's needed to make the incense burner. Okay, so that's sycamore. Let's see here. Okay, here's another white cedar. And this is a piece of green quartz. And same old, same old. This one has a little bit straighter side, so if somebody likes one more uniform looking, you know, that fits their idea of how they want their burner. Okay, and here's another white cedar. And this is aventurine. It's a piece of aventurine. You know, it's the cedar's really pretty. I like the cedar wood, and it looks very good when it's oiled. These are just oiled and waxed. And here's the last one that I have. Actually, I have another one, but I'm not sure where it is right now, which is kind of frightening. This one. This is a piece of sort of smoky mixed style quartz. And this is lilac wood. Okay. My mother, whenever they moved down here, she got some lilac bushes from her mother's house, my grandmother, who had got those trees from her mom. Okay, so there's like 3 generations of trees planted here. But this lilac tree out there is at the minimum 50 years old. Because Mom never dug out a tiny tree. You know, it's like, oh, let's get one that's like maybe this big around and we can get it out of the ground. No, she goes and finds one with a stalk that big because she doesn't want to wait for a year to get flowers. So she dug out this lilac tree that was like this big around, which is a good 10 years old. And that was back in 1970. Well, the limb that this lilac bush came off of was well over 50, 60 years old. And the lilac wood's really, really nice. You know, and you have this black in there it's not water damage, but water gets in there and causes the discolor. And it'll decompose pretty quickly. So when I find a dead limb on the lilac, it's like cut it off immediately. And then salvage as much as you can because it gets a lot of checks and cracks in it. But this is the incense burners and holders I was saying about. Like here's your stand where your incense is kept in, and then your burner sets on top. And if you're looking at it, this is about what you see from the side. And, well, that's about it. So I'm sorry I didn't get that out right away. But, I had it packed away and I forgot about it. I just forgot about doing it. When I'm filming, my brain just goes off into woo-hoo land sometimes. So if you like that video, give it a thumbs up, like it, subscribe to the channel. You subscribe, you'll see me doing a lot of this crazy stuff. And hopefully these will be on my Etsy site fairly soon. I have to get a bunch more made up. And now I could probably even, if you have a special crystal you wanted, I could probably even do that. But there it is. So thank you for spending some time with me, and have a good evening.